Alright viewers, welcome to the DCS World tutorial in the A-10C2. Today we are covering the use of the AGM-65 Maverick, both the TV and laser variants. Let's get started. First we'll select our waypoint, which is waypoint bridge. At the wrong place for some reason. So what I'll find what it should be right. Okay, that's where it is, yep. Let's make the teapot at ground higher. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so we'll make a mark point with TMS right. Let's come down to and set mark. Now we slave to that. We're trying to head forward. Long. So let's bring the HUD back to soy with the coolie switch up. Then TMS right to select our Mavericks. We'll confirm it's the right ones. This page. That's the Delta we want first. Now we'll go into the Maverick page with coolie left here. Twice. Now we can change the laser codes we have selected by going onto the scratch panel, type 1555, then go on Chrome, press L, codes back to burn. Now we'll do the same for the Maverick, 1555, and go to change it there. I'm going to pitch down. Back to pause, we have a dynamic launch zone here. We want to be firing within the bracket. This is too close, that's too far. We're just perfect. Now go coolly right long again, where we'll go to our targets, China hat forwards short to go into narrow, and TMS up short is going to a point track on the target. Okay, we've got a point track that is tracking the moving BTR-80. Now TMS up long to make that our sensible interest or speed. There we can see we have that kind of whisker designating that is our speed. We have an axis towards it, whatever. We'll coolly left long to make our Maverick soy. Then we will go China hat forward short. Forward long, sorry. Okay, now that has slaved the Maverick to our seeker. Again, that is China hat forwards long. Now I'll use nozzle steering to turn our laser. And we got a blinking cross and a square, which means the Maverick sees our laser and is tracking, so we'll use the pickle button to fire. And there it goes, that will track, hopefully. Anyway, I think it's diving now. That should. Okay, there we go, impact. Let's go back onto the Gizmos and we'll select our Delta Mavericks. Also sync out the laser. Let's bring up the Maverick page again. Right, so now we have the IR Mavericks set up. So let's go and fire on some other targets. Now, like with JNMs, you can use the mark point system to make this to expedite the process. So let's do that. I'm going to go TMS right short. Okay, right, so I'm going to go TMS right short again on this guy. And TMS right shot. Okay, so let's go to Mark Point Bravo. China Hat aft. There we go. Maverick is now slave to that, so it's China Hat aft on to slave to speed. Now we'll try and fire these off in quick succession, so we'll cooling hat left. I'm going to have one hand on the mouse pressing the steer point rocket. You can also do this by... Actually, we'll do it either way, so that'll be quicker. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll zoom in the Maverick with China Hat forward shot. We've got a kill picture now. Next we will press TMS up short. Here we have the four kind of we have the Maverick kind of shaking on it. That means it's locked. We'll fire. Once we fire, we'll go coolly up to make the HUD soy. DMS up to cycle to the next mark point. Then we'll repeat the process. Okay, and that is rifle times 3. Impact. How much impact in a moment? There we go, check. That's 3 hits. Now I will show you the TV Mavericks. I'm going to switch to that slot. So that'll be... Yep. Okay, we're back in a new A-10 with the TV Maverick. I'm gonna go nose down to our targets. Right, so I'll show you how to make them on vehicles, and I'll show you their kind of special use case, I guess, why you would bring these over the IR. Because in theory, if you're attacking like tanks, whatever, there's no reason to over the IR Mavericks. The IR Mavericks gets better, so let's go set up again. I have to make a new mark point again. That should be good. I'll go mark. Right, there we go. Okay, so let's bring the Mavericks again. The Mavericks we have in this example, these are the larger warhead versions. So these have it's a 300-pound warhead as opposed to a 100-pound warhead on the Mavericks, but you don't pylon. The laser Mavericks have the same warhead as these. You cannot triple rack the bigger Mavericks, you'll single rack these, but you can triple rack the smaller Mavericks, which is like a 3 Mavericks Delta variant on 1 pylon. So, cooling left, then belt aft, sprint IR. So the disadvantages of these compared to the Delta and Lima is these cannot be used at night, these have to be time. I've got Maverick. You can see here is a lot less contrasted view. Let's go for this guy. So, make that a speed. Track. Okay, so you can just kind of make out that target in that kind of area there. We might need to refine or actually I think refine. Yeah, we can probably get a lot. Yeah, okay, we've got a lot on that. So, we'll fire. So you know, again, that is a lot harder to use. Especially just without the T-pod. If like you know, this mission with like T-pod for some reason, these are a lot harder to use. Now then, the kind of special use case for these is as follows. Let's say I want to destroy that bridge right ahead of us where the mark point is, but also shack. So if I want to destroy that, I cannot use an IR Maverick because the IR Maverick would not have enough contrast to lock onto that. So how do I do that then? Well, it is as follows. So I'll slave everything to the bridge. Okay, now I will make a speed on the bridge. I'll set the Maverick and zoom in. Okay, now you can see these kind of open brackets the TV Maverick is in what's called, in what at least in the screen is called forced correlate mode. What this means is the Maverick is not locking onto a vehicle that it is kind of programmed to recognise. It is instead just locking onto any contrast it finds within its seekers. So this is a good lock. We can fire on this. So I will show that now. So I will rifle on this bridge. This is also applicable for buildings. We can blow up like factories, buildings, as long as there's enough. Well, maybe not factories because that like a bigger warhead, but definitely bridges. You can also use the Lima Mavericks for this, but of course you'd have to light. And there we go, bridge is destroyed. So then viewers, that'll be it for today's video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Patreon, TikTok and YouTube. Have a wonderful rest of your day, have a wonderful weekend. On Senior.